And next one is a stress reduction and also social support theory. We want to be affiliated because we want to reduce our stress level. Like I say in the public speaking, I try to make the best friends with them because we need support at the time. It is natural. It is natural. When you are in a situation, you try to support one another. Okay. Sometimes then we go into attraction. What makes people attracted to other people? Okay. Some people talk about social exchange theories. We compare individually. We try to look into cause and reward. At the end of the day, try to, if you want to say things worse or badly, it is actually you try to compare cause and reward. Okay, if you always hang out with that person, there is a reward inside you that makes you happy, that makes your day. That's why you want to meet that person every day. Okay. The cause you might compare with, I need to take bus to meet my friends, I need to spend money to watch a movie, but is it all added up to the reward? Is the cost more than the reward or the reward more than the cost? Now even if you look in a marriage or in a family, some people they throw in the towel because the cost is too much bickering, too much squabbling. That's why they end up being divorced. But some people look in more in terms of the reward. They focus more on the child. Because I have a child and the child brings me great joy, we have to keep this family together. That's why in the end of the day, you look in the cost and rewards. Okay? Equity theory, you compare with other. You try to compare with other to see whether what you're doing is correct. Let's say if you're a guy, and you have given 10 flowers, 10 bouquets of flowers to this girl, and then your friend has only given 3 bouquets of flowers to this girl, and this girl has said yes to your friend to be his girlfriend, but after you send 10 bouquets of flowers, and this girl still hasn't responded, okay, then you try to compare. I have given 10 bouquets, and my friend has only given 3 bouquets, but he has already succeeded. So then you would realize that your cost is too much more than your reward. You might at the end try to give up. Okay, some people that's why people ask questions. Okay, how's your situation? How's your progress? Okay, people ask that. Now loved, I'm not the best to say that. Okay, I'm not old enough to know what is that godly, unselfish love. Okay, love, we have different types of love. The romantic love, the possessive love, the best friend love, the pragmatic love, the altruistic love, and also the game playing love. The game playing love, you can call it the flirting love. Okay. Now, even best friends, you can call them love. Okay. Try to look at them. Try and look at this yourself. Okay. Now, Sternberg is one famous guy, one famous psychologist. He has a theory of love. Okay. Now, some people say, what is love? I try not to say too much what is love. Love, I would say it's give and take. Try to be careful when your relationship is just about giving and you're not receiving any. Okay? And for people who just keep receiving, try to be careful. Okay? When you're just receiving and you're not giving. Now, Sternberg said that love is consists of 3 parts. Your intimacy part, your commitment part, and also your passion part. Okay, now they can exist by themselves. You can have a love which is only intimacy. That's it. Just intimacy, just cuddly, just really close together. You cannot have a love which is very passionate. A very passionate love, it happens during your honeymoon period. Okay, the first few months. Okay. It's just passion. Okay, passion survives the love period. Sometimes people's love is commitment. Okay, last time people have this pre-arranged marriage. They survive through commitment first. They know they have a responsibility as a wife and as a husband. They have to commit to each other. That's how they survived. Okay, it's a pre-marriage. Does pre-marriage consist of love? People question that. Okay, and if you really realized a pre-marriage and arranged marriage, they last longer than the people that we select. Okay, they last longer. If you look at divorce rate, most of them they last to the very end. Okay, now when we talk about love, what is love? Okay, how can we love someone and we choose the one that we love most? Okay, how can we just when we try to criticize arranged marriage and we say there's no love at all, how is it going to survive? At the end of the day, we realize that it is the arranged marriage that survived through the storms. Okay, how do you define love in these two contexts? Okay, now being said that doesn't mean that I'm willing to be married to a guy being selected by my mom and dad. Okay, okay, yes. Now just now I say that the three factors, it can exist alone, but you can also take it in terms of two of them together. If you have two of them together, you have the different types. Okay, but the best kind of love that you have is called the consummate love. Consummate love, it consists of the three parts, which is important. Now, it is always best if you reflect on your relationship. Do you have the intimacy level? Okay, intimacy level here means you are really close enough that you have secrets that no other people know about, but only you two, which a relationship should have. Okay, try not to spill out your family problems or your work problems towards your colleagues or your friends. Okay, because that is always the starting of a third party or a broken marriage. That's how it started. Okay, if you have questions, if you have issues, you have problems in the house, in the workplace, always refer back to your wife, always refer back to your husband. Okay, and not to divulge and not to disclose to other people. Okay, now we go into next one. We go into prosocial. Now in the last tutorial I talked about why do people not wanting to help. Okay, in this world when it is more and more getting more and more selfish. Okay, now but if we notice since before, we have theories of helping. We are people of helping. We help people. We help one another to achieve, to build a house, to make sure that the place is safe. Okay, since before. Okay, now let's look into the theories of helping. Some people look in terms of evolutionary perspective, meaning the closer you are to that person, the more likely you are going to help the person. Sometimes I wonder this question myself. Sometimes the rich people, the father has been able to provide the financial help for the children to study. But why the same friend who are poor, why don't the rich people help the poor students? Sometimes I ask that myself. Okay, is it just because of the blood? Okay, is it just because of the blood factor that we are of different blood? That's why we are not willing to help. Okay, or we talk about generation. It goes back into biological perspective. We try to ensure that our generation survive more than the other generation. It is natural. It's very natural. Okay, and also the reciprocal altruism, which means give and take. Yeah. Next one is also we look in terms of psychological perspective. Now, psychological perspective, when we help, we have to consider the mood factor. Of course, a good mood. Okay, anything you would say yes. So if you want anything from your boss, please make sure that your boss is always in a good mood. If you want something from your husband, please make sure your husband is in a good mood. Okay, and for kids, for students, for young people, if you want anything from anyone, just please make sure that person is in a good mood. Okay, that's rule number one. Next one, we look into the personality factor. Personality factor, different personality results in different helping behavior. The best behavior, the best test that you can look is the Big Five inventory, the Big Five. Okay, try to look up in the internet. Okay, next one is a sadness. Of course, when people are sad, people are less likely to help. Okay, please do not ask for donation when people are attending a funeral, because they are less likely to just going to move their hands. Okay, and last one is also interpersonal guilt. The more guilty you are, the more likely you are going to help. Yeah. Sometimes people help. The question is, do you help because you want to help other people or because you want to feel good about yourself? It's just the cause and reward thing, okay? If you feel happier, then you have to act. I mean, you're going to help. It goes back to the cause and reward, okay? Are you helping others so that you help yourself, or you're really helping that person, okay? Social